Hopefully the FCC doesn't shut us down with that song.
It's a lutefisk song.
I don't make the rules. The FCC does.
Well, we've been talking about lutefisk all morning. We want to try lutefisk, so we thought, let's talk to a real Norwegian, a guy from Norway. Frode Tilden joining us here on the KFGO Morning Crew. Good morning to you, Frode.
Yeah, good morning. It's quite early for me, so you were pretty lucky. You caught me a couple days ago, so I could plan this ahead.
Well, that was very nice of you to join us. So, did you in Norway grow up eating lutefisk?
I did because I grew up in the inland in Valdres, and it's kind of like the furthest part away from the ocean. So you have to preserve the food the way you have to have it throughout the winter. But I know other friends, for example, Ole Thomas, and he never had it before. We went to UND in Grand Forks together. So he lives on the coast south of Oslo. So it all depends kind of where you live. And our tradition was to have lutefisk couple meals during Christmas week, and that's kind of how it was. So my grandma always made it, my dad made it, so it was a part of our Christmas tradition. Yes.
Sometimes we hear people say, well, you know, the way you guys make Mexican food up here, that's not real Mexican food. You have to go down south to get that. The lutefisk that is made in our region, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota, is that made in the same way that it's made in the old country?
I know some, like here we do boil it, kind of like a deep fry, but in water kind of, so it kind of like it's a picture of that. I know a lot of people also can bake it in the oven, so it kind of have a different consistency afterwards. So I suppose there's a couple different ways of doing it. I would say it's more popular here to do it than back home in Norway because it's not that, it doesn't look that great, and it doesn't. I mean, I'm not sure how to say this, but it's kind of like a fundraiser as well, and it's been an old tradition here with all the churches in the countryside around the valley, and unfortunately, all those country churches has not had any lutefisk this fall and winter. But at Sons of Norway, we've been lucky to keep our restaurant open and doing this 3 times before Christmas, and we also do it 4 times after this next New Year.
Yeah, and have you had a good turnout for the lutefisk meatball feeds there at Sons of Norway?
We have a limitation because of the COVID restrictions, so we have about 30 people per hour, per half hour, and so we had a maximum of about 200, and we were at that at one time, and then we were down quite a bit under 100, but then the last couple of times we have had like 30, 60 takeouts, so a lot of people have turned into calling ahead, and we have to prep them in those styrofoam boxes and run it out the door. And people really want their lutefisk, and the other alternative, if you don't want to try that or eat that, is also a really good big Norwegian meatball.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you guys were still able to do that there at the Kringen Lodge at the Sons of Norway, because I think people would be very sad if they couldn't get their lutefisk.
Oh, yeah.
And so Doug and I and Don Haney are going to try this next week. So you're telling us we should boil it? That's the best way to make it?
Yeah, that's how we do it there. And Carol Juven right now is the guy who's been in charge of the lutefisk at Sons of Norway. And I've been fortunate enough to be lucky to be the lutefisk chef with him. Not really, I'm not really cooking it, but I'm the one who presents it to all the people that come through the line. And there's always 5, 6 guys that talk Norwegian to me because they really kind of want to remind themselves about the language and stuff. So it's always fun to say hi, hvordan har du det I dag? Ja, det går veldig bra.
Yeah, preserve their heritage. I absolutely love that. So would you say, Frode, that you love lutefisk?
I guess I would rather eat the pizza than lutefisk.
You'd rather eat pizza? You'd rather eat pizza?
I'd rather eat pizza, I think.
Oh, that is too funny. Frode Tilden, he is from Norway. He's joining us here on the KFGO Morning Crew. I want to ask you, though, because I saw on Facebook, and I saw you shared, too, there's Norwegian Christmas goodies, not involving lutefisk, but Norwegian Christmas goodies there that the Kringen Lodge has made, that we can still get those platters if we get them in our orders in today, Frode?
Yeah, I talked to Allison, our general manager, and she said you have to call 701-232-9222, and then Today's the last day you can order Christmas treats. They don't make lefse because I think they made it too much of it. So they don't make lefse, but you can order remmegrøt, suppe, chocolate, drizzle chips, lefse chips. Those are really good. If you were at my Christmas party last year, we had the little deep fried lefse chips, and those are really good with drizzled chocolate on the top and homemade pies. So it's really great.
You prefer the sweets and treats to the lutefisk then?
For dessert with coffee and stuff. Yeah. I mean,
All right, that number 232-9222. You guys, if you want to get some homemade Norwegian Christmas goodies, get your order in today. Now, I also want to ask you, Frode, because I know the past couple of years you've been hosting some tours or trips back to your home country, and what a better tour guide than somebody who actually grew up in Norway. Tell us about that. Are you able to do that this next coming year in 2021?
As it goes right now, Brekke Tours is the organizer I'm going through, and right now we only take we take interest people on the interest list information. So if you are interested for next year's summer's trip, you just give us your name and phone number and your email, and you will be on the list. And when it's safe to travel, they will get a hold of you, and then we'll go from there. So right now it's kind of like bob, like half iffy, but it's right now it's hard for everybody to go there, and
sure.
And for right now, I think it's 7-10 days quarantine and stuff. So you can't really go to Norway and travel around if you have to sit in a hotel for 10 days. No,
yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
so.
That's true. Well, hopefully you'll get to do that again. Brekke Travel. Do you have their phone number, or what phone number would people call if they want to get on your interest list, Frode?
Yeah, it's 1-800-437-5302, and that's brekketours.com in Grand Forks.
All right. And it's got to be a pretty good highlight for you to be able to go travel back to your home country and put on those tours, I imagine.
Yeah, June 2019, we were 19 people that went on a trip, and it was just amazing. And everybody who came on said this is the lifetime of the trip so far in their life.
I bet.
So hopefully they had a great time, and I would love to do it again in the future. So give me a call or jingle or a Brekke in Grand Forks. I would love to have you guys along.
Okay, and I know you said that you prefer pizza, but do you want to come in next week when Don Haney and Doug Leier and I are going to be making some? I'll make the lutefisk, and we're going to taste test it. You want to come in and try it?
Sure. Are you guys making it there?
I don't know yet. I needed some pointers from a pro.
I'll bring some akevit then, so Doug can do that instead of his Mountain Dew.
What is that, liquor to wash it down, or what?
Yeah, that's liquor, potato liquor.
Oh, akevit. Vodka. Yeah. All right, I think I'm saying this right. Tusen takk, Frode.
Yeah, tusen takk, that's perfect.
All right, love it. Thanks for your time, and thanks for getting up early for us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, tusen takk, and Merry Christmas. In Norwegian, it's called God Jul, and Happy New Year. Godt nytt år.
And the well wishes all back to you from the morning crew here, as well as our KFGO listeners. Thank you, Frode.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
You bet. It was fun chatting with him. He's always a staple here at our KFGO crew Christmas parties. Always comes in, works late at night into the early morning, and he was kind enough to wake up to join us here on the KFGO Morning